My name, the Reverend Titus Coan. In June of 1835, I arrived in Hawaii with my wife. We were assigned the Hilo, Puna, and Kau districts. The 15,000 natives living here, only 23 were Christians. But how I thank and glorify the Almighty Lord that within 1 year there began a mighty turning to Christ. At times, services had to be held out in the open air, and on at least 2 of these occasions, there are congregations of 10,000 people. Yes, it's true our work days were long and hard. I recall eating breakfast at 10 a.m. after I had already preached my 3rd sermon. As I traveled from village to village, I would be followed by natives weeping in sorrow for their sins. My body would be weak and trembling with weariness and exhaustion. But my soul was full and overflowing with the love of God. Our great native house of worship was full and overflowing, with hundreds seated outside listening in hushed silence. One late afternoon, when I returned from one of my preaching tours, I noticed a large heap of timber and inquired as to its purpose. I was informed the brethren of their own accord had gone 3 to 5 miles up to the forest and cut down trees to build a second house of worship. What could I say? I was deeply touched. Within 3 weeks, several hundred men and women worked to complete that second church, and 2,000 people attended both churches the next Sabbath. There were no floors, there were no seats. And when we needed to seat the greatest number of people, skilled men were employed to arrange the people to stand in rows as tightly as possible. When the house was full, word was given to sit, and great was the mass of humanity, never before seen except in Polynesia. Have you met the High Chiefess Kapiolani? In the fall of 1824, she took part in one of the most dramatic events in the history of Christian missions.